Good evening, gentlemen. You're tuned into Team Fortress TV. This is Admirable. We've got John on the camera, and a certain gentleman by the name of Beasly. He claims to be Irish, but everybody knows he's really American. How do you plead?
Well, I can't really plead very innocent right now because I'm in space, Admirable.
What the hell? Houston, we have a problem.
No, there's no problems here, Admirable. From the looks of it, we're gonna have a really good match today. I think.
How does Badlands look from 3 miles up, anyway?
Well, it looks pretty orange and a little bit of blue and red, but not much else is going on.
Oh man. Let me tell you a little story, guys. The only time I've ever actually witnessed Beasly before it was in a pickup. Maybe it was a double mix or something. And he was banging on about being Irish. Yeah, he was clearly American. I was like, yeah, this guy, he's a cad. Then last night I was thinking, geez, I need a co-caster for this epic Team Decerto versus TCM game that's coming up. But I also knew there were a few other games. So I was in the Vanilla TV staff channel. I was like, hey, Vanilla TV guys, what game are you going to cover? And there was a dead silence. And then Beasly was like, I want to cast a game. So I was waiting for someone from Vanilla TV to jump in there and, say, yeah, let's cast this game. Lego Did I Stutter or whatever else is on tonight. And nobody did. So I was like, yo, Beasly, you want to cast with the big dog on Team Fortress TV? And what did you say?
I don't know. Out of nowhere, Admirable. I said, yo, Admirable, I'd love to do that, because there's a lot of things that I'd love to do in this day and age, but one thing I've never yet to do is cast for Team Fortress TV, and it looks like I'm going to get that opportunity today. But sadly, every cast I've done has been Metalworks and Badlands, so not much variety going on.
It is week 3. It is going to be Metalworks and Badlands, but I'm sure you've got some NA insight on Metalworks. We're just Metalworks newbies here in Europe. Hopefully you're going to give me some amazing new strategies, maybe even some useful place names, because everything just looks like a lobby to me on that map.
Well, I mean, there's not really many lobbies on the map because there's no roof, so it's kind of just an open area, but we're going to save that for Metalworks, actually, because, I don't want to hurt anybody's brain and have them thinking that, the flank on Badlands is alleyway, which is the name of it on Metalworks, because that's not true at all, and that would be terrible.
Indeed. If you have just joined us, this is Team Fortress TV with Admirable, Beasly and John. We're going to be giving you the ETF2L Season 16 powered by Blackout Gaming Premiership Week 3 workout. It's going to be TCM versus Team Decerto. Badlands will be the first map. And right now we have 11 players on the server. We're just waiting for Flip. He's actually in Spectator to join the correct team. TCM, also known as Team Timeout, very prone to getting DDoSed, timeouts, all sorts of disconnects and pauses. So luckily you've got two crazy bastards here to keep you entertained during many pauses. But I also heard as well, John, our streamer, has just crashed. So if you're on the stream, don't panic. He's going to be coming back into the game very shortly. Beasly, what do you know about these two teams?
Well, I know a little bit about all of these players, almost, but mostly need to know more about War Her. Yeah, that's the greatest name I've ever heard, first of all. But I hear that he top damaged at all of I-49, is that correct?
Yes, that is true.
That's pretty damn impressive, in my opinion. All right, so I'm going to be kind of watching to see if he does a lot of work, and I think he will. The demo for the other team is Shifty. I don't know much about him. But,
I think it's going to be on demo.
Is it?
They're just off-classing at the minute, but he should be playing Demo Man, yeah.
Okay. Well, again, I don't know much about him, but I'm going to look to see if he can live up to the hype that War Her, on the other side has. And if he can, it's going to be a real good match, I think. Bite the Medic for TCM, Team Timeout, whatever you want to call him. He's a name out there, I've seen him around for a while. He's been playing in Prem for a couple seasons now. He is the sole proprietor of Vanilla TV, correct me if I'm wrong?
Yeah, it is his brainchild, absolutely.
And what a great brain he had, because, these matches just need a lot more coverage. So, really big props to him. Drozo is a very, very good scout. He hits a lot of his shots. He's smart. He doesn't just press W like a lot of scouts do. the scouts for, what was that team? The Div7 shit nerds yesterday that beat Decerto? They
Oh,
pressed
good.
W.
Is it good enough or get this done? One of those amazing teams in the ESEA that managed to beat Decerto, who only had 5 players at the time. Apparently 4, sometimes the sheepy timing out. But yeah, Decerto coming in here off the back of a bizarre loss, but really, they have proven themselves to be quite decent thus far this season. They took a map off Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, and you can debate whether that was being Decerto being good or Willy Wonka's being bad, or some sort of combination of the two. Like you mentioned Hildreth and War, yeah, that battle. I see War more as a very aggressive, sort of damage-orientated demo man, but Hildreth is maybe a bit more positional, a bit more defensive. I'm looking for Decerto to try and play a very solid, sort of low-risk game with the scouts coming in to clean up, whereas I'm expecting maybe to see TCM playing a little bit aggressive, really sending in their scouts and soldiers quite sacrificially and hopefully allowing Bite and War to clean up. You're going to see War get a lot of heals, and Forsaken with some insane roaming plays, just getting behind all the time. Constant pain in the backside for Decerto. That's what I'm looking for from that Russian roamer.
Yeah, that's what you want to see roamers do. And Russians actually have a really aggressive style. That's going to be good, and it's probably going to mesh well with roaming. But yeah, he's probably going to get a lot of health packs. You know, just be on the medic for Decerto, which is actually shifty this time.
The medic should be Boule, or Bull. Sorry, I mispronounced that the last time, but it's actually Boule, a French
That was
medic.
my second guess.
And Zub will be Pocket, I think. Shifty roamer, maybe. We'll find out.
Alright, well, Forsaken's gonna probably be on whichever one of those players is playing Medic's heads a lot. And,
Boule, yeah.
yeah, Boule Abouché Abekwa. I think that was right. Was that right?
Oh, you nailed it.
Thank you.
I can see you're fluent in French as well.
I've been practicing.
You should watch out as well for Sheepy. He was voted upcoming talent of the season last season. Some people said it was a circle jerk and he should never have got it, but he won it. And he had a very strong performance in the last game I saw of Decerto. Not that one where they lost to the Div7 shit nerds. But really, he and Furbo, quite a formidable scout combo. They tend to survive, which is one of the most important things to do as scouts, so they can come in and clean up the damage done by their heavy classes. But Droso, you said he was smart. I'm just going to say absolutely not. Droso is perhaps the dumbest scout I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, he does get into some weird situations and make big frags. And he'll definitely be watching this VOD as well later. So Droso, what's up? You're a dumbass. I hope the logs prove it. How do you like that? Calling people out, Beasly?
You know what? I like it. And I've actually got a couple of anonymous voices coming in, and one of them says sheepy bad, and the other one says Drozo is expletive deleted stupid. But I'm not going to say whether or not those words are from the same person, but they probably are not, okay? I played a couple pugs with Drozo, a couple of those, double mixes or pickup twos or whatever, which one is which, and he's been very quiet, but it just seemed to me that he was listening, and knew where to be.
Oh,
And
he's a lovely guy, and he's definitely a good scout. But whenever you put him in this sort of prem serious situation, he tends to give away a lot of easy picks. That's certainly one way to play scout. But the call has been heard before on the TCM stream from Byte. Can our scouts just not play fucking stupid anymore, or things like that? I can't remember the exact wording. I'm paraphrasing here, but he definitely can be a liability. If he wants to play seriously, I have no doubt that he can. And he definitely can. Hit shots, do damage, get frags. But at the same time, this team is sort of lacking a lot of individual decision making. Byte really has to micromanage them a lot. I think Forsaken is very smart, creates a lot of openings for his team, but the rest of them, I'm not sure if I would trust them to make a decision on their own. But Byte is very vocal and a great puppet master for any team, really. He can micromanage with the best of them. And if we had team comms, we could probably hear that, but we don't, because nobody seems to be. Damn it! Everybody's too lazy to organize that shit these days.
I know. I miss that so much. That was a really good feature. But what can you do? You know, you live on. And it sounds like teams are readying up. Did you hear that?
I did.
Oh my god. I'm excited.
Get too excited. I told you that, man, this game's going to be a long one. There's going to be many pauses. Just saying now. Server's going to get DDoSed. Players are going to get DDoSed. Might even get called off. The last game we cast, TCM, TLR, they only played about 10 minutes of the actual map. It took about half an hour and then they just cancelled it.
Well,
no joke, man. No joke.
You know, I don't think that there's going to be many DDoSes because you're hearing it here first. It's actually me who does all that, you know.
Beasly.
But we're actually going to go live.
Awesome. If you have just joined us, this is Team Fortress TV's coverage of ETF2L Season 16 powered by Blackout Gaming Premiership Week 3 fixture between TCM and Team Decerto. This is Admirable. We got Beasly and then we got Jon on the camera going to the first middle. It's going to be a Valley rollout. Decerto, they're bringing their combo through there. And now Medic rolls up from slope. Both combos doing the same thing. TCM mirroring the strategy here. You're going to see a bomb in there from Clar, the pocket, who doesn't really get anything done. It's Decerto who are getting all the frags. Clar has gone behind. He is in the blue house right now. And he might... Oh, he trades there. Trades with Zub. Clar killing himself there with the splash damage. But meanwhile, I was watching Clar. The actual action was happening in middle. Did you see what went down there, Beasly?
I did. You know, I saw Ward shooting some nice stickies when he got to mid at the soldiers, and he was able to stop them from getting up with the help of his scouts. But at the same time, they weren't really able to get out of their house. And you have to be able to move across the point and get that ground control. As we're going to see Decerto actually doing just that, capping this spire. It looks like their med's going to opt to climb up the spire to avoid the stickies in the shutter door. And they're going to try to push their way in. They know they have this big advantage. It's about 60%. And you've got their demo, their scout, everybody's coming up to the bats now. And they're going to check, peek it. Yeah, they're going to poke in, see how the forward hold is looking, and it's looking okay. But there's not really much going on, and TCM's just going to back off. Because they're close to Uber. They're going to be able to kite this, they hope. And as I say that, the Uber is popped in by Boule. And Hildreth is able to just sticky them out there as the scouts come in. Nicely done, but Bite gets the Uber and is, you know, just going to flash around and stop them from getting all over the point.
Droso and Clar, two easy picks there for that Decerto Uber, but as Bite's counter Uber comes in, Forsaken finds two, but the blue players get the height advantage and just wait until it fades. Then they're going to clean up a full wipe. They're making it 1-0 with only 2 minutes played so far. Decerto with a strong start here, but can TCM come back? It's going to be Medigun versus Medigun on this next middle. Beasly, who do you fancy to take it?
I'm going to fancy Hildreth to take this. Actually, he just messed up his rollout pretty bad.
Oh, I gotta watch this Hildreth POV.
Yeah, this mid might be a little bad for him. He's not able to get much damage out. He sees the scouts, he sees the soldiers coming out, he's shooting some stickies at them, misses the soldiers, but is able to hit the scout. The rest of their team comes in, and their soldiers are getting nice bombs onto coming in from Ozone. Hildreth is just going to opt to stand on the point and get the cap time, but their scouts of TCM don't want them to do that, as they're going to try and push back in with their heals, and we're going to see that chariot come out. But the Uber is faked by Boule, and they're going to try to just push him off with that nice little fake call.
Hildreth's stickies are great, but his pipes are absolutely dire. I don't think he's hit a single one this middle now. Finds himself getting forced on Uber. One scout, Ninja vanishes there for TCM. That's Flip, he's going to back off. Roso's taking the full charge here. And Hildreth has a few stickies on the door, but they're cleared up by Flip. War Hurrier is allowed to get back in. And the spawns just seem to favour TCM here. I think the Decerto might want to back out, but no, two soldiers come in. And they're going to put a lot of hurt onto that red door. The players have been separated. There's a battle going on underneath as War Hurrier gets picked off. So does Droso. And that respawn and soldier bomb there from Decerto might have just won them this little prolonged middle, Beasly.
That was really cool, but one of them actually got shut down by War, so it was good that they focused him out after that, because that may have been a problem coming up. But now Decerto again is just going to move in there, cap that spire. They know there's not going to be a forward hold this time, so they're probably not going to climb up the spire, have to just take this Uber straight in through main. As I say that, they make me bite my tongue as they try to move up into the battlements area.
Yeah, they need to be careful.
Able to get this Uber, actually.
They probably know it's Uber versus Uber, and they definitely heard the heavy spinning up his minigun there, so I wouldn't expect them to really commit to this push. They're going to go in and trade Ubers and then come back out and see how things lay in there. Right now, we're just watching Hildreth put up a little sticky trap on main, so he's hoping that somebody will overextend in his trap. That's a classic bite maneuver whenever he used to play Demo Man, actually. But really, I think we saw both soldiers spamming bottom right there. No frags have been found, and actually they're quite weak. Everybody going to get buffed up here from Decerto before they make any rash moves. But just great patience here. They still have a full 25 minutes, and they're in the lead. They don't need to rush into anything right now, Beasly.
No, they don't. You know, I hate to see these stalemates, but it turns out Badlands has a lot of stalemates on lap. As I say that, the Uber is popped in, like you said, trying to force that Uber and just back out by the Decerto team. They know they can't do anything with that heavy, and now they're just going to try their hardest to build up. They actually have about the 10% advantage, and if they build this, they're going to be able to. But as I'm saying, they get 2 nice picks onto Forsaken by Ozone and Shifty. Drozo goes down as well, and they're able to just walk onto the point because they had the height advantage. Admirable, you have to have that.
Yeah, man, the beautiful execution there from Decerto. They flashed in the demo to force the medic and the scout to play the point, and he just edged on to the point, avoided the stickies, and got flashed back out, and that forced the heavy down. The heavy's so slow once he drops down. It's a real struggle for him to get back up. Decerto just came in, controlled the high ground, and that was textbook TF2. Right now we're going to see TCM rolling out from the valley. They're moving to shithouse. Big bomb comes in there from Shifty, but immediately destroyed by Forsaken. And Hildreth has the shithouse entirely covered with stickies. He's going to get a frag onto Clara, and Bite is unable to hit his team, forced to go underneath here. But Decerto are actually taking a lot of damage in that tiny house area war with a big frag onto Zub there, and Forsaken as well. Combining that spam damage, Dross is going to chase down Bull, and that will be a wipe for Decerto. TCM coming back with an answer here after 2 rounds, Beasly.
That was a really, really, really good mid, but they actually just, you know, did the exact opposite of what they've been doing. And they got some point presence and got across the point and were able to just stick out Decerto and keep them in their house, and that's pretty deadly. Now they've got a full Uber advantage, absolutely full, and they want to use this. So they pop in, nice stickies onto Ozone. Ozone goes down early, but that heavy top left is going to be a problem. They have to focus him out, and they're just not doing that. Some nice pipes coming in from War take him down to 100 HP, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do anything, because that heavy is getting tanked, and the Russians really, really like their heals.
Oh, nice little surf up top there from Bull. Now he finds himself pressured out by a soldier. He's going to get chased onto the point. Only Hildreth can stop this. He's getting juggled skyward. Will get shotgunned down there by Clar. And really the only thing Decerto had going in their favour there was that they had a pyro that could have blocked that Uber, but he just didn't see it coming main in time. Dropped down after the Uber was through. He wasn't able to air blast anybody into the masonry and was totally ineffective there. It's going to be a quick response from TCM. It's going to be 2-1 here as we go to the 4th middle, and Hildreth taking an aggressive stance, trying to walk out, but finds stickies in his face from Warher. Yeah, Bite and his combo are working the blue shithouse, jumping up onto the blue train. But they seem to be getting the better, but they've got 2 frags and then backed off for heals, and Decerto just having a wedge driven between them here. A lot of players isolated and picked off there as their combo backs off into the lobby. We're going to see Sheepy duke it out here with Forsaken. Actually over commits to that, and that's another easy frag. He's going to have a 13-second spawn, and definitely won't see them contesting that Spire as it gets capped out. But Bite went down there on that middle as well. That's something important that I only just realised, Beasly.
That's very important. That means they're not going to be able to walk into that lobby. That means that Decerto is going to try their little hearts out to get out there. As we hear the Uber call come out from them and we see their combo up on the battlements area, they're trying to get in there. They want to knock that scout off. Their flip is knocked, but the force has to come out here for Decerto if TCM wants anything right to go on here. They lose Clar, can't get the force out, and Shifty and Forsaken are exchanging their live on last. As the force has still not come out. As I said, that it has come out now. War is up in the air. He's getting shot out down to 50 HP. Nice dodges by him. And the Uber comes all the way in to choke, trying to get Bite, trying to stop him from getting that Uber. But he's able to surf away and just walk right back. Some nice picks are coming out for TCM. They're able to go into lobby, and War sees that soldier. He wants him. But he's able to get out trapped. What's he going to do? He's going to bomb Bite, most likely try to get a little bit of pressure onto him, but that's not going to happen. That full Uber comes in and is popped onto last. Forsaken gets the cap time. They're going to just sticky up that point and try their hardest to get their little feet on there to cap that point.
Yeah, he just bullies them out of there, and there was a strange little Spire play there from TCM. Like, they had 2 scouts on Grey Bridge, on Stone Bridge, that could have just gone for the back cap. It was like literally only a scout on last to block them. They just stayed and focused down all those Decerto targets, just really humiliated them there. forced that Uber out of them and annihilated them. But right now onto this 5th middle as it is 2-2 again. TCM going to continue with what's been working, push shithouse and take control of that blue train. Decerto doing the same this time, but they've lost their demo man for a scout. That's a good trade, and if Hildreth managed to stay alive, things are just going to spiral out of control, I feel, here for TCM. Decerto just blobbing up here on the train, taking a solid foothold here on middle at 1 scout, 2 scouts trying to press them back, and they might cap the point here if they don't just walk forward and kill them. A lot of time there on that red point. Flip dancing around here, evading the pipes of Hildreth. Now Joso comes in with a buff, he's onto Hildreth. He doesn't have the protection. Hildreth super weak. It's going to get the heals from Bully. Will finally land a pipe, and Bite gets Uber, goes in and pops here. He's looking for a miracle save from Forsaken. He will come in. Bite's going to try and get out, but he should surely die here to the scout. Can't juke that the scattergun of Sheepy. He's going to go down. That was weird.
What did I just watch? That
He's
was
a
very
Premiership medic, I swear.
Nicely played by Bite to get that Uber and just wait there for the soldier to come in. And absolutely amazingly played by Forsaken to force that Uber out of Decerto. But it's going to turn out Decerto's still going to have about a 20% Uber advantage. They're going to try to build that up and push into last again, because that's how this game works. It's all off of Uber. Not all, but most. And we see not much of a stalemate, but we are going to see a stalemate. We might see Flip come up as Sniper here, or Spot comes up as Pyro. And he's going to opt to try and push that Uber that's not going to be coming in anytime soon out of last. I would like to see a pit class, but we're just going to see some, spam coming into the choke.
Let me go back to that middle, man. Let me paint another possible outcome there. Instead of just trying to juke it out and escape, kills himself immediately as he realizes he's trapped behind, respawns in time to heal up his players, defending balcony. And they can at least force Uber with position on balcony. He went for it, and now he's managed to hold on to last year. He is a hero, and he's got charged, and he's going to push out here from lobby. But that's just maybe another way to play medic. Some people would say more sensible. But Bite, he's crazy. He makes it happen.
I don't know if he even knew that was going to be happening.
He knew. He's Bite, man. He's perfectly in control 100% of the time. Right now, he has popped off his charge, though, and War has disappointed him. Hasn't managed to get a frag there. Clower did find Furbo, though, earlier. Furbo 10 seconds before he spawns, and now you're going to see Boule with an Uber advantage. He's got 60%. It's a 40 in it. And Decerto just going to wait for the spot. Actually, big bomb plays coming in. Bite's going to push in dry. He knows that Decerto is a little complacent here, holding in-house. Medic will go down. Bite with the great calls there as Forsaken gets the frag onto Boule. And Decerto caught with their pants down there, Beasly. They just didn't think that TCM were going to push without charge.
I don't know why you wouldn't think that's going to happen. If both teams don't have Uber, the advantage is absolutely even. So if you can get some nice damage, push off of that. That damage is really important to push off, and a lot of teams at the lower levels of TF2 at least don't do that very often. And I'm glad I just got to see it here.
That was impressive. Great raid there from Bite. Clearly knew that Decerto's medic did not have charge, or at least I don't think they would have committed that many players just to get the force. I think he had a good read on the Ubers. They pushed in and they made it happen. Bite's going to push in from Reese upside, though. He has that full charge. He's trying to hold on to it. He's doing a great job, actually. High bomb comes in from Shifty. Gets the force off onto Bite. That's a decent sacrifice there. Going to trade Rumour for Uber. And Bite's team move forward. TCM trying to find more frags in the lobby to make this Uber pay. But they haven't, and now they find themselves at a disadvantage. Shifty will respawn soon. And you would expect TCM to take up a defensive position. Warhurrier is going to get Stickies up there top, and they will be spotted out as Hildreth evades them by taking the stairs. The Stickies have been dead. But Forsaken will get isolated and taken down as a soldier in the lobby as well.
Oh.
Where's he going to go? Where's he going to go? He's on last. There's a back cap on here. Potential. Clar. Oh, shit, he sucks out against Clar. And Clar with the one-man back cap there as Decerto tried to push out and flounder. Wow.
I'm trying to figure out why you would push out that far and not use the Uber, and I can't figure it out. They actually almost lost Hildreth there. I'm gonna watch Shifty on this mid fight because he's been just bombing very fast right away every mid, and he opts to just jump to that train side. He's trying to get into the house on the demo, but he's not able to. As we see, that Bite's gonna go underneath the point and heal up War, and they're getting some nice picks. Healing the scout. That's what you have to do on mid. And, you know, those scouts are just walking around and shooting stuff as Drozo gets a pick onto Sheepy, and they're just going to barrel their way through this mid. They know that they only need one person to cap, so that scout stays, and they're going to move in through the choke. Now, there's probably going to be a forward hold from Decerto, and there is not.
Hildreth is starting to move up on main. He's going to put some stickies here, but already Warhurrier is in. Hildreth has been spotted. They know there's no stickies bottom left. They know there's no stickies top. They can just push here, or they can try and drop down and get Hildreth. Ward does peek, but doesn't find him. And there's going to be a heavy weapons guy here as Team Decerto try and go full turtle mode here. They're trying to counteract a full overcharge from Bite. He's just working his way down to the bottom right here. He's going to use double soldiers. They might actually just over them in. Yes, he's going to flash both soldiers in bottom right. And the player's position there will just disappear into spawn, then come back out. This push is looking to be a little bit questionable, trying to ask big things from Warhurrier. Yeah, he picks up two. Sheepy and Hildreth go down, and they might have just clutched it here, as it's only Pyro and the medic. There's a big oversaw though from Bull. Gonna walk in there, just take down it. Warhurrier with some backstreet surgery there. The Pyro still struggling to get any frags here, but hey, the medic didn't die. That's gotta be worth something.
That's worth a lot. The Ubers, you know, they gave up the advantage, or they gave up the Uber that they would have been able to push out with it, but in exchange for just getting everybody out of last and maybe a little breathing room there, that's going to be good for their anxiety. Again, we're just going to see both teams opt to build Uber. Bite wants to build on Grey Bridge. He's up to 80%, and they know they have this big advantage. They know there's a Pyro for Decerto as well, so they have to figure out where they're going to push from, and they're probably going to bring a scout in with their Uber. But they have a sniper, so this push might not be the best thing to do.
Pyro's late to the party again. Drops down and separates the medic, but Bull's already gone down, so is Hildreth. Two very important picks there as they push last, got that medic and demo, and Decerto only have two players up. They can't even get their feet on the point. Forsaken's going to get another cap there, and it's 4-2, and TCM have just come back with some strong rounds, man.
Oh yeah, they did. It looks like they were just, you know, feeling around, seeing what they could do with this team, and now they know exactly what they can do, which is anything they want. The Pyro actually didn't come into play at all. He was late to block the Uber, and then he just ran straight up mid. As we're going to watch Shifty again here, as he is opting to take a very, very slow jump, sees the bomb coming out from Forsaken, takes him down very nicely, and is still waiting for all these bombs because TCM wants to send every single one of their players at them. And they're dying.
War's going to control the high ground though, and is able to sticky up that slope. Gets the frag onto Hildreth, his opposite number. And Shifty seems to be in two minds here. He's going to bomb in prospectively and try and get back. Now he's fighting War. He survives on 20, doesn't crater.
Biden is fighting in war, surviving.
I'm so confused. Shifty. Yes. Oh, I'm going to have an aneurysm here, man.
Decerto actually never got into mid there. And it looked like they were going to win it for a very, very, very long time until Bite was able to heal up War. And we're just seeing the forward hold here, which is strange because they have Uber. Okay, they're going to back up the last now. They know they have Uber. They're just going to set up. And hopefully this Pyro, if they're even going to use it this time, will be able to stop the... It doesn't look like they're going to because it's not working. And there are other classes that they can use. We see a sniper coming up from Sheepy, actually. So we're gonna see this little stalemate, maybe a pick class. And who knows what's going to happen. Maybe we'll see Bite drop Uber so I can laugh at him later.
You might see that double soldier spam bottom right. That could catch Sheepy. He's actually moved away from the spawn door and is trying to get the cross shot there. I'm not sure if they can see his dot just yet, but a very patient hold here from Bite, TCM and Warhurrier. Baits out the push from Zub. He's going to push all the way into balcony there, get the foresight onto War, and War almost manages to juggle Boule long enough to get him with that sticky trap on the door, but Ubers have been traded here. Clar and Forsaken actually went down to Shifty, totally missed that. Shifty going huge on the flank, it seems.
Yeah, Shifty was going huge on the flank there and stopped them from being able to push back in. And now that's going to cue Decerto's try to push the spire as their scouts get on the point. And Boule is just going to heal them up, get down to his demo man Hildreth on the Grey Bridge. He's going to sticky TCM out of choke.
There was a soldier pushing up there on race up as well. I think that was Forsaken, the roamer. He didn't get anything done. He has backed off, and it's going to be 6-on-6 here. Both medics furiously building those Uber charges. Slight advantage here for Decerto if they wanted to push on the dot. They might be able to make something happen. They already are trying to walk in on that choke point. Flip finds Shifty though. Hildreth is just doing massive damage, gets War focused down. Verbo gonna find Forsaken, who did get Zoo, but it turns into a 4-on-4 game, but already the cap time is coming in. The Uber Force happens though, as Clar comes in from Shithouse, and Sheepy is only just able to kill him after Bull has popped off that charge, so that's big plays there. They've traded middle for an Uber, so we go into this back and forth, a little bit of seesaw action here, maybe Beasly.
Seesaw action is exactly right. Can't really say that though in a 4-2 game, but it has been pretty seesaw, leaning a little bit towards the overly enormous Bites side. He's a very heavy man, that Bite.
He's ripped
And
so heavy.
And as we're talking, we're going to see Shifty try to come in and force that Uber, and it's not even an attempt because he has forced that Uber. Bite has fallen. Not a drop though. Can't laugh at him yet. Bulle now has the Uber advantage, and that's going to cue Bite to try and play on his side of mid because they know they're going to push in and they don't want to lose anybody. They just want to back out cleanly and be able to fight this. Because with a 40% Uber right now, you can come back in at the end of the fight. As we say that, Hildreth jumps in, gets some nice stickies onto them, forces them out through choke, but Drozo and Flip on the flank are taking out Shifty and Sheepy. And now they're behind him. There's soldiers on Spire, scouts are coming in. Drozo comes in with a nice flank onto the Demo Man and the scout, but he is probably going to be taken down there as Hildreth is knocked out by Clar, and TCM are just jumping everywhere, flying everywhere, flanking everywhere, and Decerto just had no idea what to do with it there. Both teams do have Uber now. Do not have Uber now. Actually, Bulle has just spawned with 0 Uber, so we're going to see the fastest push of all time coming out from Bite as Drozo is on the point, shooting in nice shots onto that Pyro, but he's not able to take him down. As soon as that goes down, they're going to get some nice cap time, and they're not able to, though, with Hildreth's placement of his stickies. So they're going to play the high ground here. We've seen this work a million times this match, and it works yet again. They just back out and just walk upstairs, you know, and just blow up the house from the top.
They made it work. That was like a great play that TCM made on middle. They had like 3 players hiding in the blue valley, and the blue Uber came in on choke, and they just crushed that flank, went all the way behind. I thought TCM were going to bungle it there onto last, but they really came through, made it 5-2 here as we go on to the 8th middle. Massive bomb in from Shifty, goes super high, finds Droso in the house. That is scout down. It's a pretty good pick on any middle for a roamer. Meanwhile, Flip just mouse ones into Bull, gets that medic pick Frenchman on Frenchman there, but Bite also dies as Zub and Shifty are able to dominate this middle. Big soldier power coming in here with one scout behind for TCM and the other scout dead pretty much instantly. Soldiers able to do work.
Soldiers are a good class, I think, Admirable. What do you think?
Yeah, when there's no scouts around, they can definitely hurt a lot of people.
That's right, but maybe we're seeing too much of the soldiers from these teams being healed, as Flip is actually being shot by a soldier right now, and a scout and a demo man. This boy should be dead right now. Nobody knows how he's alive. He just took about 800 damage worth of damage and walked out. He's now hiding under the bridge.
Shifty was like right above his head there looking, where is this scout? And if he only he'd looked below the bridge.
I'm pretty sure that pipe might have bounced off of him, and the sticky hit him right in the face too. I don't know what's going on there, but he's able to just stay behind them, and it looks like they might have forgotten about him. But he's going to try and see what he can do. Maybe force this Uber out of Bulle, or just try to back no.
Shifty's waiting in the house. And Flip runs past him. It's like 2 ships passing in the night here. They've sent 3 players back to kill Flip. And meanwhile, War has picked up Bull in some sort of crazy push, where Decerto went 3 against 5 there against the entirety of TCM minus Flip. They've gone in here and now they're just trying to skill it. They're just kind of trying to deathmatch here, and look, they haven't got Bite yet, but they might get the Spire. I think yes, Beasly. I think they will get the Spire, but time's going there and no one to deny it.
I think you're right. They will be able to get this Spire. Scratching my head here thinking about these things. This is an absolute fact. But yeah, you know, when that push came in, and you're right, it was a very, very interesting push to do that, you know, 3 versus 5. But you know, they might have just been very worried about Flip. They might have said, I don't know what this guy's going to do. I don't want to lose this Uber. What if he comes in and gets a really nice meat shot, you know? So it might just be better to push in now and leave Shifty back to take care of him. But, you know, it worked in the long run. And as I'm talking,
Shifty man in the moment. Big middle. Finally managed to kill Flip. Then comes in with the skip jump onto last. And with a heavy weapons guy, it looks like TCM were just too slow and fat to make onto the point in time. And sick cap there. We're going to go on to another middle. Decerto try to claw the way back into this game with only 6 minutes left. TCM going to use that shithouse push that has been working for them. Furbo's already gone down as 2 soldiers bomb in and annihilate Hildreth. Flip will get taken out by Zub there. But War is unable to keep Bite alive. Really survives thus far, but that's an extra combat class on the field for TCM, but it doesn't matter. War's not able to help them out. He does. Forsaken gets boo.
With the beautiful direct onto Boulay. Now we're going to see the scouts come in, but War is not even going to stop moving until he taunts, because he just hit the pipe of his life on the Sheepy. And is able to cap that point with his nice looking pain train there as he's waiting for the rest of his team to walk in. Drozo comes in to help him out. Hildreth is going to set up a little trap, you know, trying to be a little sneaky on that Pride Rock area of his yard. And we're going to see what TCM wants to do. We've seen them already push in without Uber. And I think they might try to do that here, as their soldiers and their scouts are moving in onto the valley side of this. War is able to take down Ozone, as Sheepy is able to take down Forsaken. But the rest of the team is not able to do too much, as War is taking all these heals. Bite does not keep him alive, and he is running for his life right now with 60 HP as everybody around him goes down. He knows they're going to be looking for him.
How did this
And
happen?
he ran into him.
What was that? That's like a situation that never happens. One team tries to push Valley, the other team immediately counters them by all jumping into Valley. That's like the end of a middle or something where you're chasing down, not the beginning of a push from 2 to 3. What's going on here? These guys are like reinventing the metagame. I don't understand, but the sort of scouts cleaning up as I thought they would in the pre-game. They managed to keep their team in this in what looked like an excellent play from TCM, somehow getting turned over there. Decerto scouts just grabbing it by the scruff of the neck, Beasly, and making it work.
Yeah. As we're seeing that, we're going to see Sheepy try to muscle his way in there. But the rest of the team doesn't know what's going on. Decerto wants to play by the train side and try to get into this mid, but their team is...
It's a pause!
Paused.
Love a good pause. Love a good pause.
Alright,
that means the game's getting serious, you know. If the pauses have come in, that means it's gonna get close. I think Decerto might win a round soon. Oh, little unpause,
Whoa!
little unpause. Calm down, calm down.
What's going on here? What do you think the problem is? No
Carry on.
problem at all! And Sheepy is able to take out, but he walks up but had no idea what was going on. Or he crashed. I don't know what's happening. This entire little thing on my left-hand side of my screen is all messed up, and I don't know what's happening. As Drozo comes in for a nice flank alongside Flip, and they're able to take down Furbo and Bullet. And now they probably have no advantage because Bite just died and is about to spawn.
Clar and Forsaken bombing in there onto that choke. Oh man, they just minced up Decerto there. Lots of gibs everywhere. And the cleanup came in a little bit later, which gave Bite so much time. He could have gone the Medigun instead of the big advantage, but he switched it up to Kritzkrieg. We're going to see absolute carnage here on last as we see TCM here with a 2-round lead. 3 minutes left on the clock and a big crits advantage. They're just toying with Decerto.
Decerto is just walking into all of this damage from War, and they bomb in, and every single one of them is able to be cleaned up by their scouts. What is going on? These people are literally holding their last point and are just sending absolutely everything to force an Uber that does not exist. I don't know what they're thinking.
It's the clock, man. It's the clock. They have to play the clock here. It's crazy European rules.
God,
They don't want to lose. They have to do terrible pushes and go against horrible odds. And the Kritzkrieg didn't even really come into play there. TCM going to make it 6-3. GG's being called here. A little. Oh, sorry, that's pauses being called. But there are only 2 minutes left. They should be calling GG's. Nobody can win this. Not even Usain Bolt, fastest man alive, could cap all these points 3 times in 2 minutes. Come on, Beasly. It's dead time.
Do it. It's not that time.
It's a
We're gonna
funeral.
see
It's a
You
funeral.
think so? It might be a funeral for Zoop because he does not have any buff on mid. I'm pretty sure he's the pocket soldier. He's taken out very quickly by Drozo because nobody on Decerto had any buffs on that mid. I think they might have already been calling GG telepathically because There's not even worth a play-by-play on that, I think.
Yeah, TCM just getting a real chance to buff their stats here. They're going to maybe get an extra round, a lot of damage and kills on that middle. And if Gentleman John, the stats guru, is going to be writing a few more articles, I hope he takes this into account. There's going to be a sniper shot popped off there. Nothing happens apart from an Uber being forced. No, maybe TCM aren't going to get a point after all. They've almost capped it. It's not exactly nipple hairs, but you know, it's getting there. Oh, here comes War from up high. He's gonna spam lots of stickies in the direction of Hildreth as a scout drops down to take Sheepy toe to toe, and he gets the cap. He got the cap. 7-3, baby.
7-3. Would you look at that? There's 50 seconds left. We might be able to see 3 rounds. You think so?
John, the silent voice, says he thinks they're gonna make it 8-3. But GGs are being called. It looks like they're going to go to another middle Beasly, so let's just cast this like it's the most important middle of all time. They've got a Pyro! Gonna see Shifty switching up from Roamer to Pyro.
I-52 Grand Finals, everybody. Clark comes in with a nice big bomb onto nothing. Hits absolutely 0 things, but he's able to take down Bully the medic.
This could be an absolute wipe here for TCM. They've gone 6 against 2 now. As Zub comes in to get the first, second frag, third frag! Zub, oh my god! Triple kill! Unbelievable! Oh my god. But it's all for now. The rest of his team are scrubs. Zub's playing the game of his life here as Decerto just throw it all away. Shifty stays Pyro and sucks out again. They don't get the round, but wow. Zub just made a great frag clip there. 3 rockets, 3 frags.
Really nice. Oh boy. I predicted that was going to happen, that 7-3 matchup there. I just didn't tell you about it.
Oh yeah, I saw that. You got it in the sweepstakes, man. No problem.
I know I did. I know I did. Do you know what map is coming up next? You might not know it because you guys don't play it very often, right? Metalworks, I think it's called.
Is that Asheville? Yeah.
Oh no! Asheville's the other one.
Cold
Metalwork. Right. No.
Follower. That's the one, right?
You know, I just can't remember. I think it's the one with a bunch of lobbies everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That might be the one.
CP_lobby.
Do we have logs for that match? That beautiful looking map, Admirable?
We sure do. Just head over to logs.tf.
Oh boy.
If you have just joined us, this is teamfortress.tv with Admirable, Beasly and Jon. We're casting ETF2L Season 16 powered by Blackout Gaming Premiership. It's a Week 3 fixture between TCM and Team Decerto. You just saw TCM smash Decerto. Smash! 7-3 on Badlands. We're going to go to Metalworks RC5. I know everything about this map, man. I'm Mr. Metalworks. Did you know my father owned a steel mill?
Did he?
He did, yes, but he lost it all to drink.
Damn! That's, the poor way of the Irish. Another fine Irishman lost to the drink. Who do you think was the man of the match for that bad man?
I thought Byte was playing pretty well, actually, but you know, I'm just a Byte fanboy.
I know, I heard it. Byte was actually playing really well, but he was not able to hold on to the least deaths on the map.
I think War was good. War had a lot of opportunity to do damage. I'm just going to get the logs up. Hopefully, I won't be made to look silly.
Oh, you're in for a surprise!
Oh, War, top damage, 372 per minute. 11k over the course of the map. I don't think he even had any crits. So that's big numbers, man. That's big numbers. Byte with 11 deaths. Doing work there. And 16 Ubers popped. Well played, Byte. I'm going to give it to Byte.
Yeah. War actually was able to die one less time than Byte, so, you know, that's probably attributed to Byte because I'm turning into a fanboy here listening to your beautiful Irish voice. You need to stop that.
I'm not even a real Irish, man. I live in the north, man. That's like the fake Ireland. Not like Mexico down south, where your relatives are from.
I take that incredibly offensively.
No, that's a compliment, you know. The real Irish people. I'm like a phony. I've got a British passport, man. Jesus. The truth comes out. I'm such a contradiction.